Hello everyone. Welcome back to another stepping stone. Today I'm here in Shenzhen, China. And the premise is quite simple. I'm gonna go to Hong Kong for the first time in my life. I also want to push my comfort zone, and I want to practice being authentically myself. That's really all there is to it. If that sounds cool, come along, that's what it's gonna be about. And yeah, a little check-in. I'm feeling pretty nervous, kind of anxious. This is probably the most public vlog I've done in a while. And I was feeling pretty overwhelmed, stuck in my box, quite literally stuck in my capsule. For a lot of the morning. It is now noon. But it's time. It's time to get going. It's time to make some moves. So I hope you'll join me. Let's go. Ooh. Oh shit, this car has cameras and shit. But there's a dude in there, so I don't know if it's I don't think it's automatic, but I don't know what that is. So for those unaware, I actually used to live in this city of Shenzhen for about a year. I was an English teacher. And that was a huge stepping stone in my life. I still to this day feel that it was one of the greatest decisions of my life. And yeah, the city is known as the Silicon Valley of China. So there's a lot of interesting tech and stuff. They're kind of at the forefront of it for China as a whole. This is an Indian restaurant, Masala Bites. I've had it before, it's pretty good, but it's pretty expensive. And I'm not rich yet. So if you want me to get rich so I can make more videos where I buy shit. Actually, nah, I don't really want to. I don't want to be rich, man. I just want to be myself. I want to be fulfilled. I want to be connected. Look at these sexy workers, bro. Another thing I want, I really like to be personal, and I often get anxious about filming things that are personal because I feel like people shit on that kind of shit. They're like, oh, keep it to yourself, keep it private, why are you vlogging every day? So I feel pretty anxious because last time I was here, I befriended a lady here at this eatery, and I'm curious if she's here. What the heck? Okay. There's someone there, but it's definitely not the lady I befriended. Basically, my idea was to go in and surprise her, which I haven't seen her in about a year, actually, almost exactly. But she was this Uyghur lady who I had really great interactions with last time I was here. Maybe next time, maybe in the next vlog. Hey, what the heck? The kid looks so sad. So I do observe the anxiety kicking in, feeling like I've already yapped so much. And I have recognized that that's just how it is, man. That's just who I am. I'm gonna yap a lot. I have way too much to say. I have way too much to talk about, and that's okay. It is what it is. The people who are here for it are here for it. The people who don't like it won't like it. So I get that intellectually, I'm already there, but emotionally there's still some fear and shit kicking in from my past. But welcome, friends. If you're here and you fuck with it so far, welcome along. Crazy, they got the country jams bopping, bro. One of the sort of baselines I always wanted for my channel is that I can literally do whatever I want. And that includes being able to talk about whatever I want. And I think that's something that strikes a lot of anxiety it triggers like fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of criticism, like, oh, it's too much, your videos are too long, too personal, too casual. But ultimately, I mean, I'm doing this first and foremost for myself, and these videos are extremely helpful for myself, and I hope that there's someone out there that it's helpful for too. Hot pot, hot pot, hot pot, hot pot. So this guy right here, he's a man of all trades, man. He's literally like on posters for every kind of like public announcement here in Shenzhen. He's like a firefighter, he's a paramedic, he's a airplane pilot. whatever the need is, man, he does it all. Alright, so I'm heading here to Futian checkpoint. It is a land border crossing, which I realized just this morning, I've never crossed a border via land. So I think that adds to the anxiety and feeling a bit nervous. But a huge part of what I realized I wanted to do is like, you know, I love travel because of how it helps you build confidence and helps you like trust yourself and like realize like we're capable of more than we think. You know, it helps you push your comfort zone and realize you can figure things out. So just gotta take it a step at a time. And we'll see what happens. I'm sure I'll figure it out. So the metro system in Shenzhen is freaking nuts, dude. You can go from like one end to the other, and it's literally like 2 hours on a metro. The whole area of like Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Dongguan is apparently soon to be like the largest metropolis in the world. And you can probably throw Hong Kong in there too. But it's like pretty well connected, and it's like massive swaths of land. Holy schmoly, is that Hong Kong? Oh my gosh, okay. Oh man, my heart is pounding, bro. At some point I imagine I have to put the camera away because it's a border crossing, but I'll see you guys on the other side. I don't know what kind of weird sonic technology this is. Alright, welcome to fucking Hong Kong. So I really don't know where to go, but let me try and figure this shit out. Payment not successful, yikes. Okay, I think I'm figuring it out. It's kind of frustrating. I can't use Alipay or WeChat, which are the two Chinese payment methods, but I do have unrestricted internet access again. So I'm trying to get like a digital bus card. Thank fuck, man. Oh my gosh, that was so frustrating, dude. I literally tried everything. If that didn't work, I think I would have had to go get cash for these currency exchange, but holy shit, what a hassle. Alright, thank God, man. Get me out of here, dude. Get me out of here. This is pretty cool. But would this really like ever come in handy? Like, do blind people actually use like something that detailed? I feel like it'd be such a nightmare to try and read all that. Alright, well, we're in Hong Kong. That's Hong Kong. Kind of cool. Shit, it's pretty beautiful over here. It's so weird to see that there's so much green. Like, I feel like so much of China is so urban and so developed and dense that it's rare to find something so untouched. Alright, so I've gotten up at the very first stop. You know, I feel like I should go further, but I also know that it's not about the destination, it's about our presence and our ability to interact with what's at hand. So I'm gonna just explore this. I feel like it could be really cool. It's the first stop from the border. Also, this was kind of neat. There's a race course. And the name of the stop that it ended at was Admiralty. There's a lot of like one word English names. Kennedy Town, Ocean Park, South Horizons, Olympic, Disneyland Resort. Alright, look at that, Yoshinoya! And just across from it, we got a sushi takeout. There you go. Wow, individually wrapped sushi. That's crazy. It smells pretty good, but I'm a little too nervous and anxious to have an appetite. So let's get out of here, bro. Let's get out of here. Alright, well, I have no clue where I'm at. I have no clue where I'm going. I also forgot that my data isn't gonna work, so I don't think my data is working. So I'm gonna just let my feet wander. I'm gonna wander. It's what I like to do most. That's something I've realized, and let's just see what happens. I'm in Hong Kong, man. It's crazy. First time. I feel pretty nervous, but feeling good about how much of my comfort zone I've pushed so far. Oh, McDonald's already. Let's go. Should I go in? Oh shit, I was about to jaywalk, but that might be illegal as fuck. Who knows? Alright, well, thus far, it feels pretty similar to being in China, mainland China. It smells a little icky, I won't lie. I think there's a lot of trash right here. That's probably why. There's also this really cool gateway and an English club. Look at that. Should I go in there? Should I talk to the English homie? Alright, this is a nice little quiet area, which I could definitely use. I think I'm gonna just take a seat and relax for a while. I feel like I've pushed myself a lot already just to get here. I'm already kind of tired, TBH. But I also feel like anxious and a little more self-conscious, just feeling a little overwhelmed. So I'm gonna have a seat and relax and chill. I'll be back. Holy shit, man. I need to do this more often. I feel like just sitting on a bench is so underrated, dude, but it's so freaking sick. And I need to like just pause between my vlogs more when I feel overwhelmed. Like, oh my gosh, it helps so much. It's been about probably 15-20 minutes and I just feel so much more relaxed. I'm sure you can tell the difference if anyone's there watching. Could just be me talking to myself. Actually, I guess it literally is, but you get what I mean. Alright, let's get back to it. These buildings are so... I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like each story is not very tall. I know in general, people in southern China are not as tall as people in northern China. It's like a general perception a lot of people have. But yeah, these buildings look pretty cool. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And they look kind of short. But maybe I'm tripping. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like my head might bump into a door. Maybe not. That actually looks kind of tall. I don't know. I also noticed this thing right here. From the back end, it looks like, I don't know. It looks like it might be just a little area of like plumbing and electronics or something. But when you look at it from the side, it's a much clearer picture. As I was sitting, I saw some ladies come up and they had like some red papers that they burnt, that are burning just now. And they have a little shrine. Basically, it's kind of like in Mexico, like Dia de los Muertos type shit. Like it's like a place to give offerings or just kind of say a prayer or something. Typically for like your ancestors and stuff like that. We have the bathroom here. I might as well hit this. Look at this. They have instructions on cleaning your hands in English. That must be for dirty foreigners like me, bro. Dirty foreigners who don't know how to wash their hands. Give them instructions right quick. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Well, they even put out like little clamps, and this one seems to have some alcoholic offerings, maybe some tea. That one looks like a little custard cake or something. I don't know if a human came by to eat it, or maybe some just natural causes, birds and flies and all that good stuff. Wow, this is kind of cool. I think this is for like roller skating or something. It looks to be similar to like a ice rink, except it's not ice. That's pretty cool. I've never seen something like this in mainland China. I feel a little nervous about how to refer to the distinction between Hong Kong and China, because officially it's like a two systems, one country system, or something like that, where basically it's considered part of China, but it's like a special administrative region. But I mean, you also have to like go through customs to cross in between, so it's a little weird and somewhat politically sensitive. But I noticed that I'm like a little self-conscious about how to navigate a subject like that. I'm really not sure where I'm at, but I do know that I hate places that are overstimulating, and it's pretty overstimulating here. So I'm gonna try to go where I see no high-rises. I feel like that's gonna be a general indicator of where it's a little more chill and less urban. What appears to be a nice little shanty town or something. Got the Turkish Airlines drape. These ones at least seem to be inhabited. It's straight up just like a tin house. And these ones are like concrete, but it seems that people live here. And look at this, bro. Easy Billion Finance Co. It's so easy, guys. So easy, bro. It's easy to make $1 billion right quick. Whoa, portable houses. That's pretty cool. Portable units for a house, it looks like. Maybe that's what these were at one point. Looks like I could just like walk in, but it's one of those things that like I have an interest for it. It'd be really fascinating, and I'm not like trying to like, I don't know, I'm not trying to do like poverty porn or I don't know what people call it. I'm just curious to see what it's like, but I also feel kind of anxious and stressed about going somewhere or filming something I'm not supposed to, you know? And just across now, look at this nice house apartments. This looks a little more public, so I feel a little more comfortable walking through here. Hopefully nothing crazy happens. Hey, kitty. Oh my gosh, you're pretty cute. Meow. Can I pet you, kitty? Meow. Meow. Alright. I do feel pretty. Oh my god, Jesus, fuck. I do feel Jesus. Ah! I do feel anxious, I do feel nervous. But I try to trust in myself and trust in my intentions and know that I'm not like, you know, know myself, you know, stay grounded, stay approachable, stay nice, stay friendly, and it should work out okay. Okay, oh my gosh. Oh, you know, I know that it probably won't happen, but the feelings, the thoughts I get of what will happen is like someone will be like, hey, like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you filming here? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, blah, 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 blah. But realistically, like, most people aren't really confrontational. Like, I'll probably get like a glare, or maybe someone will be like, hey, can I help you with something? That kind of shit, you know? Like, that would probably be the first thing that would happen if something more tense or confrontational did happen. But it still doesn't change the fact that I feel those feelings. So it's still important to recognize and accept that that's going on. You know, just being like, oh, like I'm overthinking, like, oh, blah. It just intellectualizes it even more, and it doesn't really help. So, yeah, that's a huge part of why I am very mindful and observant of the things going on in my mind as I do these things that push my comfort zone and trigger like social anxieties and social traumas and shit like that. I was starting to feel proud of myself because I saw mountains in the background. I was like, yes, I was right. My intuition was right. I'm so clever. Follow the skyline where there's no buildings. There's gonna be less density, less people. And I was kind of right, but the mountains are all the way over there, man. And I'm already getting kind of tired, man. I guess just walking has its limits, but I won't let that deter me. I feel like in my mind I'm starting to get those thoughts of like, oh, I should have gone to this or that, or I should be taxiing places or doing this or that, or blah blah blah. But nah, man, that ain't it. You know, I'm still figuring out my way, still figuring out my style, and I like what I've got going. And I'm gonna keep learning, you know, whether anyone watches this or not. It's super helpful for me, and I'm trying to keep reminding myself of that. And even just for reminding myself of that repeatedly, I feel like there's self-criticism, but I know it's okay. So decisions. That's what it always comes down to. Through life and through making a video like this. I mean, I feel like really it's kind of the essence of the human experience. I feel like everything kind of boils down to decisions, to choice, to free will, or at least our illusion of it. And I feel like one of the cool things about going out and doing shit like this is it helps you feel more capable and confident and trusting yourself in other aspects of life, in pausing, assessing the situation, doing your best to make the best choice you can in that moment. Oh my gosh, man, I'm already so beat. It's so freaking hot outside. I kind of want to give this vending machine a try, but it looks kind of dubious. I mean, maybe, I think they're fake on purpose, maybe? I think some of these aren't real. Like, this looks fake. No, yeah, they're fake. They're fake. What am I saying? Some of them, at least. That one has real liquid in it, in the middle. Let's give it a try. Could end up really frustrating. No way, dude. This is the transit card I bought. There's no way I can pay with my transit card, right? Let's get an orange juice, man. No way, right? What? Wait, what? Wait. No way, dude. Okay, they just won me, bro. They just won me. I love Hong Kong, bro. No way, dude. That is so crazy. I've never seen that anywhere, man. Paying with your frickin' transit card? That's cool. And also, it's just a frickin' random vending machine in a random ass industrial park area. That's pretty friggin' sick. Big respects. Alright, that was the energy boost I needed. I was ready to give up. I was ready to go back home. But I'm back, baby. The instinct in my mind was like, I don't know where I'm back, because I'm literally in a weird ass like industrial park. What the heck? This is like a rehab center. That is so random. But that's the thing, like, you know, industrial complex sounds like a boring ass place to vlog. And it probably is. But that's the beauty of it, is like, if you really are open and allow joy and really just look around and look at what's before you, you know, there's a lot that can call to us, a lot that can intrigue us, or that we can learn about or explore or entertain ourselves with. And yeah, that's part of what I'm trying to do too. Holy shit. And I'm just realizing, dude, people drive on the left side of the road. Those fucking British. They fucking brought their left side of the road driving to Hong Kong. No. I'm kidding, man. But yeah, in the US, we drive on the right side. I'm all about the right side driving. It's funny because about half the world does left and about half the world is right. But it's suddenly making sense now why the freaking cars were so loud when I was walking, dude. They're on my side. Get off of my side, bro. Honestly, I'm kind of feeling beat though. I might start meandering my way back. I feel like there's a pressure to like reach a certain destination, or I should do blah 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 blah. But no, no, man. It's not about shoulds. It's about wants. And I feel like I've already accomplished so many of my wants. I wanted to push my comfort zone, be authentically myself, wander Hong Kong, and I've done all three already. So that's already enough. But let's see what happens. Holy shit, look at that. Do you see that? I was seconds away from heading back. Holy shit, there's a baby crying. It's hard out. But look at this. Now that is cool, bro. Now that is cool. So much intricate detail, man. Hard to appreciate it, or hard to concentrate when that baby is freaking wailing, though. I mean, I hope the kid or the baby's okay, but oh my gosh, someone help that kid, you know? And here we have another one of those shrines. Some rice to be nice. I'm always curious how old places like this are. You know, is it 100 years? Is it 40 years? Is it 200 years? It also seems like in general, I guess it makes sense, but in general, when there's like new construction projects, they will tear down like all the buildings, but they'll tend to leave like the shrines or the places of historical value, little temples and stuff like that. I was reading a story about like basically like a shanty town here in Hong Kong that was getting reconstructed, but they're keeping the temple. Holy moly. That's wild, man. In the middle of this huge plaza even. Looks like they preserved this old tomb. Or shrine. This is more like it, man. This is what I needed. This is what I needed 2 hours ago when I was freaking... Nah, I didn't need it. This is what I wanted, but what I got was good enough. That's more balanced. I still found a nice park with some nice shade, and I was still able to stop and relax and ground myself. Well, that is so cool, dude. They have Wi-Fi at the park. I mean, this I guess is more standard, but blessed, I'm about to fill up my water bottle. And they seem to put extra emphasis on the fact that this is both China and Hong Kong. I don't know if it's intentional. The water came out warm. At least it's not scalding hot. But that's very common in China. Everyone drinks. It's normal. What's normalized versus the West, where we drink things cool or cold, they drink things hot or warm. So it was probably intentional, actually. But what a blessing, man. What a blessing. I have not spent any money, really, besides a bus ticket and orange juice. And I feel pretty good about that. I feel proud of that. I do like to do the most for the least. And yeah, it's a big part of these videos too, as I want to show people you can have a lot of joy and fun and fulfillment without needing a lot of money, more money than your means. This poor little pigeon looks injured. It's like limping on one of its legs. But I just remembered I have granola that my girlfriend made. Let me see if it'll eat it. Right here, right here, right here. You like it? Oatmeal. How about this? Oh, don't trip on yourself. Oh my gosh, you can literally see on its foot, it has like a weird condition. Like a weird infection or something. That's really sad. I don't know if it can actually eat this stuff. So I feel a little worried about giving it too much. Let me look it up. It's crazy how much trust it has for me now. Animals in general, once you give it some food. So apparently it can eat unsalted stuff. Trying to get rid of the seasoning and the sugar and stuff. Look how much it trusts me now. It gets comfortable right up next to me. It's a good little pigeon. I won't do anything. Bye-bye. I know it's such a small act, but I do like helping the weak and the vulnerable, whether it's human or otherwise. And yeah, I don't know. It kind of raises like interesting questions about like intervention, you know, because then it's like, oh, you don't want this pigeon to be dependent on me. I'm only here for today. You don't want it to be dependent on humans. Shit like that, you know? But I don't know. I think it's just about just doing your part, small actions. It's not my responsibility in this pigeon's life, but I feel like it doesn't hurt to do what I've done. But yeah. Wow, this is so interesting. So in China, I made a vlog about this actually. I'll put the thumbnail here, where I found a dude selling turtles, and you were meant to give the turtle to the lake as an offering, as like a little ritual for good blessings and stuff. But I learned more about it, and this is actually an advisory against doing it, saying that it'll like harm the animal, it doesn't actually, like, it'll hurt the ecosystem. Stop and think, does mercy release really help to save lives? You have a little crying bird. On here you have it again, not official notice. Up to $2,000, imprisonment for 14 days. Bye, little friend. Be safe, be well. I actually saw a couple of foreigners. They walked by me when I wasn't recording, and I think they were British dudes. And I get pretty excited when I see other foreigners. Like, I want to talk to them. I want to figure out, like, wow, like, why are they here? What are they doing here? What do they do for work? What's their life like? And I feel like a lot of foreigners are kind of cold. I feel like a lot of them are also like reserved, closed off, or some of them are even kind of cliquey and like I feel like have like an ego about them, where like they don't really want to interact or talk to, or I don't know. It's one of the things I felt a lot in Shenzhen, because there's foreigners all over that live there. Once I heard them speaking English, I noticed one of them basically like, so all I heard them say was like, "This is kind of disappointing," or something like that. And yeah, I guess like, I mean, I've definitely like been there, you know, like I feel like that's one of the things about like always experiencing like such amazing, cool, great places. It's like you kind of get desensitized, and I feel like we start to lose our like appreciation and presence for what we actually have, because we can be very content with that too. I mean, look at this. This is so beautiful, you know? And I feel like, yeah, I mean, there's probably a time in my life where I might show up to a park like this and have high expectations and then be like, it's whatever, it's me. But it's quite incredible. I really like these mangroves, I think they would be referred to. Like the trees that grow in water. I always find them to be really cool, and Shenzhen and like south of China has a lot of mangroves like that. When I lived in Shenzhen, I would walk along the ocean very often, and yeah, it was a very important ritual and place. So I feel a lot of nostalgia for this like ecosystem, this ecology, the huge long trees and all the vines. And the one thing I don't miss is the weather. It's pretty dog shit. It's just like hot and humid almost all year round. I'm really not very fond of it, but I also realize it's an opportunity for me to still be content with and appreciate other aspects, even if the weather's dog shit. Holy schmoly. It looks way more intimidating when you're right at the base of it, dude. Oh man. Alright guys, well, I'm feeling pretty tired honestly, and I'm feeling pretty good about everything that's happened so far. So I want to make my way back, but there's one more thing that I want to do. I feel like I shouldn't do it, because I'm in Hong Kong, I'm in a new place, I should try new things, but check it out guys. We have our McDonald's. Let's give it a try, man. I really like seeing how things differ. I'm sure you can tell by now, but I want to see how a Hong Kong McDonald's differs. Let's take a look. What the fuck? There you go. What's up? Kids are a struggle for parents worldwide. So many travel agencies. Oh, freaking yeah, look at that. Alright, let's see if I can make this happen. Value meals, definitely. This looks pretty bussin'. Hey, freaking yo, it worked. That's so cool. Even here they had the octopus card. You could use the public transit card to pay for your food. That's really cool. Oh, there it is, though. There it is. The coveted Labubu. Getting a lot of stares. The double-edged sword about being very observant is that I can very easily observe and catch when people are staring at me. Luckily, it isn't as overwhelming or like emotionally triggering anymore, but it still feels awkward. I guess at this point it's mostly just awkward and maybe sometimes a little jolt and anxiety, or just feeling a little less comfortable, a little more self-conscious, because I feel like a lot of times you can tell when it's like a curiosity look or a curiosity stare, or when it's like a glare or like someone judging you, like, oh, like what is this guy doing? Ew, a vlogger. I guess I could have just grabbed it sooner, but I tend to, I don't know, it's pretty irrational now that I'm thinking about it, but I tend to feel worried that people will think I'm stealing food. Holy shit, look at the toys they got, bro. Pirates of the Caribbean, freaking Pokemon, bro. Sesame Street, hey yo. Not even the US would have Sesame Street, bro. They got canceled for being too woke. I love Sesame Street, man. I used to watch it as a kid all the time. Bring back Sesame Street. Oh, fuck. And would you look at that, man? We're back to the beginning. Back to where it began, sort of. And here we go. Casual cravings. Okay. Tastes pretty similar to the American one. I'm most curious about this one, man. The Champignon Angus Burger. The Signature Collection. Holy shit, look at that thing. You know, I don't think champignon is a word in English, is it? Because that's how you say mushroom in Spanish. A certain type of mushroom, champiñones. I actually felt really embarrassed once when I was in Oaxaca, Mexico, because I used the word hongos, which is mushroom, but over there they use the word champiñones for mushroom. And I remember I didn't know how to pronounce the word or something, or I forget what, but I remember there was a Oaxacan like server who was just like looking at me like, what the heck? Who is this man? He speaks Spanish, but like, how does he not know that? Anyways, here it is. Let's give it a try. The cheese and the sauce are incredible, man. You know, in China, in mainland China, McDonald's is actually like, compared to the US, pretty like healthy, it seems, because like there's so little oil and like servings are smaller, and in general it just feels like much higher quality. This one kind of feels in the middle. This one's a bit oily, but it's definitely more like, feels a lot more light and hearty than if I got something like this in the US. This might sound weird, but I love how the ground looks here. Like, I feel like there's just so much like intricate detail, and it just feels like a miniature world, you know? You have the moss, the little rocks, the different species of plants, and I feel like you're a little ant traveling through it. It looked like a forest, man. That's something I realize I enjoy too, is looking at things at really small scale. And I think I'm feeling more and more in tune with that, and more accepting of that. And I'm sure that that's shown in this video. Alright, I think that's gonna be just about it, guys. You know, I feel like this has been semi-short, but very sweet. It's only been like 3 or 4 hours since I left my home, my hostel. But I've had an absolute blast. I spent very little money while doing it. I pushed my comfort zone. I feel more authentically myself. I feel more comfortable in my own skin. And I did it all by taking it one step at a time. And I wandered Hong Kong for the first time. Almost forgot about that one. But that's basically it, guys. Thank you for watching. If anyone watched, I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found value from this. And I hope to see you again soon. Now, unless something crazy happens that I want to share on my way home, I'm heading back to Shenzhen. I'm heading back to the mainland. And that's about it. Alright, thanks for watching. Peace.
有忘记带走你的